So another classic battle between these two schools, and Don Bosco able to take it for the second time this season. The Ironmen headed back to a section final. One local hockey team, a recent state champion, has been practicing at the same facility in Larchmont for decades. And fans here in River Edge are hoping they'll have a good crack at winning it all. How about those Bronx Bombers back in the playoffs for the first time since 2012, this time facing the Houston Astros? Scanlon says there are three things he learned in the military that he likes to teach his players: value, duty, and honor. That's right, Vanessa, and that team is Lynbrook, 18-1 a year ago, but it wasn't enough as they fell to Manhasset in the county semifinal. An exciting day of hoops on both the Class A and AA side of things. We got all the action coming your way next in sports. Well, it's been a long time coming, but New York finally has a high school cheerleading championship on both the state and county level. And as a result, they're on their way to the state championship. Going to take on Cornwall in the semifinals up in Kingston in 2 weeks. We're at Arlington High School. Mack Rosenberg, FiOS 1 Sports.
Now to sports, where two Long Island girls basketball teams are moving on to the state semifinals in Class Single A and AA. Here with more is FiOS 1's Mack Rosenberg.
Well, a very exciting day of action here in Patchogue, to say the least. We've got two teams moving on to the state semifinals, and our first game on the Single A side featured Floral Park and Islip. And all eyes were on sensation senior point guard for Floral Park, Kayla Hilaire. Early first quarter, Hilaire showing off the passing skills. First, she steals it and comes back the other way for the no-look to Mary Kate Guerrero, who finishes at the hoop. In the second, Islip going to keep this one close off a Floral Park miss. Megan Oberg on the fast break. Good ball movement here. Grace McGibbon feeds it to Julia Handy for the layup. Islip within one. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Check this out. Hilaire with the steal. Then she's going to be wide open for a three. It rims out. Taryn Ohlmiller with the rebound for Islip. She's coming back the other way, and unfortunately, she runs right into Hilaire. Another steal, takes it to the rack. Floral Park took an 8-point lead into the break. Let's shift to the fourth. Buccaneers hanging on to a 4-point lead here. Hilaire going to step back and take a three. No good, but she is fouled and would hit all three free throws. Floral Park able to hang on to win it, 62-53. Going to the state semifinals now. What's the feeling like after this game?
I mean, it hasn't really hit me yet, but we've won it at LSC for so long, so it really feels good, but hopefully it'll sink in tonight.
In our second game of the day, a Class AA matchup featuring Comac and Baldwin. It was a back-and-forth defensive battle from the get-go. Second quarter tied at 6. Comac's Leanne Corso with the ball, but has it stripped away by Jenna Arnecki-Orico. Fast break time for Isaiah Hudson, who finishes. 2-point lead for the Bruins. A few minutes later, Comac answers. Casey Hearns with a feed into the corner for Corso. She knocks down the three. Cougars have a 1-point lead. Baldwin would answer. This time it's Hudson again. Into the lane, up and under for the finish. Comac, though, actually led by 2 at the half, and they would maintain that lead in the third. Hearns from deep, the sophomore, with an explosive quarter. Comac surges, and they take it 40-33.
I don't feel pressure. My teammates just make it so easy. It's like age is not anything on the court. We're just 5 group of girls that want to win, and we just love each other so much on and off the court. It's so easy to do well here.
So Comac will take on Ossining in the state AA semifinals, while Floral Park will await the winner of Vestal and Rye on the Single A side. Both games taking place next Friday night at Hudson County Community College. We're at St. Joseph's College here in Patchogue. Mack Rosenberg, FiOS 1 Sports. On a brisk fall afternoon, it was the new kids on the block, Our Lady of Lourdes and Rye, the ones who've been there before, both looking to punch a ticket to the state championship. And it was a battle from the start. First quarter, Lourdes looking to take advantage on the deep ball, but Rye's Billy Chabot leaps up to pick it off. The game remains scoreless after 1. Mid-second quarter, the Garnets would look for the deep attack. The Warriors able to respond. How about Luke Tim? All 6'5" of them getting up to pick it off. Lourdes has life. Ensuing drive after Rye fumbled a punt, the Warriors would take advantage. It's Tim's again. He does it all on both sides of the ball. It would set up an easy quarterback keeper as Dean Roger takes it in for the score. 7-0 Lourdes with 6.5 minutes to go before halftime. Minutes later, Warriors have it back now and facing a 3rd and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Roger finding Joe Scaglione, and Scaglione will do the rest. 54 yards to pay dirt, 14-0 Lourdes, and the upset was on heading into halftime. We'll skip ahead to the fourth quarter, same score, and Rye starting to gain some momentum. Quarterback TJ Lavelle with an 8-yard scamper for 6, 14-7 Lourdes with 7:23 to go. The Garnets would get it back with under 3 minutes left, but the turnover bug would ultimately be their undoing as Lavelle has it poked away. Lords recovers, and that would be the capper on the Warriors' first ever Class A title.
But I knew we were going to be competitive with the kids we had, the group of seniors we had, and they really rose to the occasion in every game. We overcame a few injuries, and they came up big. You know, they got better. They've gotten better each week.
I always just say, everyone, as long as we do our job, we're going to win. So everyone just had to execute, and everyone did. Because if one person's not executing, you know, everything just falls to pieces, and everyone did their job. Like, this was a total team effort. It's crazy performance by everyone.
And as they often do, turnovers telling the story in this game, the Warriors forcing 6 Rye turnovers. And as a result, they're on their way to the state championship. Going to take on Cornwall in the semifinals up in Kingston in 2 weeks. We're at Arlington High School. Mack Rosenberg, FiOS 1 Sports.
Now to sports, where it may be early in the season, but one Nassau County lacrosse team is looking to follow up on an 18-win season where they came up just a little short. FiOS 1's Mack Rosenberg has more.
That's right, Vanessa, and that team is Lynbrook, 18-1 a year ago, but it wasn't enough as they fell to Manhasset in the county semifinals. On Saturday afternoon, Lynbrook taking on Farmingdale, an early season matchup, both teams at 1-0. First quarter, Lynbrook's Quentin Herman on the attack up the middle, but denied on the shot by Matt DeLuca. The senior had 13 saves in the game. Shifting to the second now, this is going to be Farmingdale's Kyle Tucker finding Tom McPartland, who whips it home for the score. It took over 16 minutes to get a goal in this game. Dalers lead it 1-0. Not even 40 seconds later, Farmingdale back on the attack. Dalers have an extra man, and it sure helps here. They move it around nicely before the finish from Dylan Fitzgerald. 5 goals in the second quarter for Farmingdale. Dalers take it in an early season drubbing, 9-3 the final.
With summer in full swing in the Hudson Valley, parents often have to make the decision on which summer camp to send their kids to.
Well, one new camp in Westchester County is trying to make that decision a little easier. FiOS 1's Mack Rosenberg has more.
It's that time of the year as kids across Westchester gear up for another summer of camp. This summer, a new program is mixing sports with educational activity. It's called Next Level Day Camp.
There's a lot of different unique sports. There's rugby. I've never tried rugby before, and it's really fun.
The camp is gender specific, with a girls' location at the Ursuline School in New Rochelle that started last summer, and the newly added location for boys at Archbishop Stepanak High School in White Plains.
Kids are more natural when they're in an environment with kids their own gender, especially on the girls' side. To be honest with you, they're just more comfortable. They're not distracted by the other things. They're more free to be who they want to be.
I never played soccer, and I always wanted to play because I wanted to try out for my team, and I decided to try it out, and now I come there every single day.
So here at Next Level Camp for boys, you've got your average sports. You've got baseball, soccer, lacrosse, basketball, but as you can see, you've also got your not so average sports. They like to call this one Gaga, where they hit the ball around, and if it hits your feet, you're out.
But they also do programming here, and they do robotics, and we did rocketry, and we do some crafts along with fashion, and just a whole pile of things to get girls working with their hands and their minds together.
The camp runs through August 5th, and you can visit our website, FiOS1News.com, for more information. Reporting in White Plains, Mack Rosenberg, FiOS 1 News. And he's out.
Wow, guy's got talent.
He's got talent. Wow, Mack. Very well done. All right, time now for another check of that forecast. Absolutely.